Do, do, do. Hello. Going live now, so people over on Twitch will be able to see me in just a second, and those of you on YouTube will be able to see me already. So hello. I'm just checking that all of the software is up and running, and that this is working, and then I will be able to get underway. I do need to put the little video up to let people know that we're going live. One works as well. Good. Let's do this to put the little video live public. Libraries, videos, not uploaded, streaming message. Come on. There we go. Bosh. Football Manager 2015. Looking for a new job. This is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Exactly what we're going to be doing today. Looking for a new job. Looking for a new job. Let's load the stream, shall we? Wow, 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 wow. Whoa, donation already. BG Joe Cool 27's donated £1. Thank you very much, bro. I will check the stream tip page to see if you left a message so that I can read it out on the stream. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Very kind. It says, keep up the good work. I plan to, Joe. Appreciate that, bro. And as you can see, now that the game is fully loaded up, we are looking for a job. We have applied for the Middlesbrough job in the Championship. Martin Yole is currently favourite, so not really too sure whether we'll even get considered for this, but it's worth a try. We'll wait for the stream to fill up a little bit before we actually continue. But it won't be too long because it seems to be filling up quite quickly, which is good. Of course, it's Friday night, so everybody seems to be either out or at their computer. YouTube is taking forever to process that little video, which is no surprise, really. The way YouTube's been the past few days. Hey guys, thanks for joining. What happened at Walsall? Our contract was running out at the end of the season, so we were looking for somewhere else, perhaps, to go and manage, whilst not really making any decision as to whether we were going to stay at Walsall or not. We applied for a couple of jobs, and the board got frustrated with us, as you might expect, and we had the option to either apologise for applying for other jobs or resign to avoid being sacked. And everybody in the chat was telling me to resign, so I did what the chat wanted. I resigned at Walsall. So we resigned at Luton because we got relegated, and we resigned at Walsall because you guys wanted me to. So now we're trying to find a new job. Where that may be, we don't know yet. We've tried to offer, or we've applied for a couple of Premier League jobs and been laughed off, so not going to get a BPL job. But we've worked our way up from League 2 to League 1 from Luton to Walsall, so I'm trying to get myself into the Championship with a job at perhaps Middlesbrough. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we did apply for a couple of jobs in the second division in Germany, and we were considered for the Kaiserslautern and the 1860 Munich job, but unfortunately they chose someone else to take that particular position, or those particular positions. And as of yet, I haven't really applied for anything in Italy, France, or Germany because nothing really, nothing really standout has been offered up so far, or nothing really standout has become available so far. But Middlesbrough are considering our interest, as you can see. We're not the club's first choice, but we may still be considered. We did apply for the Middlesbrough job. Last time we were out of a job as well, it was available. It's only available this time because their previous manager, Simon Grayson, got the job at Queen's Park Rangers. So that's the only reason that the Middlesbrough job is available. But obviously, if we could get the Middlesbrough job, that would be fantastic. Let's have a look. Just a couple of messages about Cambridge. Cambridge have signed Chris Regis on a free transfer. Decent technique on the striker. Former Southampton player. Maybe he can do the job for them. Who knows? And still available, that Middlesbrough job. So we'll have to wait and see. Matty K 1471 and X Pudding both have birthdays today, so happy birthday to you both. How old are you both, if you don't mind me asking, obviously? My birthday is 3 months tomorrow. Personally, I'll be 27 3 months tomorrow. 32 emails, jeeps. A couple more managers losing their jobs. Modric has now gone to Chelsea. Luka Modric, that's something I didn't expect, to be completely honest, but a very good signing for 18 million. O'Loughlin looks like he's going to Cambridge as well. Kieran O'Loughlin's a goalkeeper, formerly at Everton. So they're signing a few players that were... Roy Hodgson has left his role as England manager. Nah, don't even joke. Why would you not? The England manager job's available. Why would you not apply for that? Dream team announced from the European Championships, I presume, although they might not. Yeah, European Championships. They must have finished already. Holder Spain hosts France. History past winners. Is it finished yet? Yes. Spain won and Croatia came runner-up, but the third place playoff hasn't been played yet. But Spain have won 3 back-to-back Euros now. So GG Spain. Middlesbrough job application unsuccessful. Is it still available? No, they have gone with Martin Jol. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the email to confirm that. QPR have had an offer accepted for Marco Marin. Cambridge have signed Jack Payne. So they are going for a lot of players. Oh, although Jack Payne isn't. They were signing a couple of youngsters that had been out of all the Spain, France and Germany jobs are all available. Do I apply for all of them? Ah. It's probably best not to apply for all of them and piss off all the international people. One thing I would like to do, if I can, and it doesn't appear that I can. Oh, because when we were at Walsall, when we were just in a previous job, we could go on, we could ask the board if we could go on a coaching course. And I would like to do that to help boost my my managerial stats. Apparently, our reputation is at least improved slightly since we started. 57% now. Media handling we're very good at, 79%. Hands-on approach 65 and tactical consistency 65 as well. Our reputation has slightly gone up, which is probably why we were able to make the jump from Luton to Walsall. But we're still not sure whether we're going to be able to make the jump from Walsall to someone else. A few very insecure jobs in Scotland and in Germany. Union Berlin is insecure. Levante and Villarreal are both insecure as well. Colombia manager's job is insecure. And then, or very insecure rather. And then insecure you have Bertha Berlin, Freiburg, Granada, Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti's job is insecure. Lazio, Almeria in the Liga Adelante. Loads of jobs that are insecure. So we'll have to wait and see if anything else becomes available. But right now, it's only international jobs that are available other than any clubs in leagues that we would be interested in taking. There are plenty of international jobs available because the Euros have just finished, Paul. That's why. Euro 2016 has just finished. Wow, that video is still processing. Come on, YouTube, sort your life out. Let's have a look. So we've got another week. So let's browse to see what's available. 22 emails at least. Danny Rowe is going to Cambridge. Okay, from Rotherham. Nice to see Cambridge making some decent acquisitions, and they beat Leyton Orient in a friendly as well, which is brilliant. Chelsea beat someone. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. And Marco Marin is going to Forest rather than QPR, Nottingham Forest. Did they get promoted, Forest? They are in the Barclays Premier League. Well, there you go, Jubilee HD. He has been selected. England job unsuccessful. Roberto Martinez is the man they've selected to take the job forward. Wow. Taken Roberto Martinez from Everton. There's no point even trying to... I'll declare my interest in it. But we got laughed off from QPR and West Brom. We're not going to get hired by Everton. Come on, YouTube, will you please just process that video? It's only 30 seconds long. How hard is it? Stupid website. Saying that though, we've got over at... Where's my phone? Oh, it's there. Oh, it's just confirmation of the donation coming through again. Tankor. Gaming wants Everton job. Yeah, wait for the email that says I've been laughed off from there as well. Willian has gone to Real Madrid for £32.5 million. Wowzers. So despite being insecure in his job, Carlo Ancelotti is seeing or having no issues splashing the cash to try and keep it. Chelsea are going to get Callum Chambers perhaps. Hello. That would be a good acquisition for them. For Chelsea. Russian manager to leave post. See you, Fabio Capello. We'll wait until Monday or Tuesday and then we'll browse again. 26 emails. Swindon Labour to a draw. Everton laugh off interest from Chesnoy Gaming. No surprises. Signed Sean Shields. Well, tongue twister. From Whitehawk. Okay. The obvious move for a player, but never mind. Cambridge still improving their squad. Let's have a look. Are there any other... Who else have they signed? James Fry. I don't know who that is. Formerly of Birmingham. And Ginkel's gone to Internazionale in Italy. And Oliver Torres is coming to Chelsea. Wow. That's a signing and a half. Willian out, Oliver Torres in at Chelsea. Ruud Gullit is favourite to take over at Everton. And the Atletico Madrid job is available. Well, we'll apply for it. We won't get it, but YOLO, as they say. I've not seen American Sniper. Everybody said it was a good watch, but I've not seen it. Come on, YouTube, for crying out loud. You please just publish this video. I might just have to stop the upload and try again. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Cancel upload, cancel upload. Let's try again, shall we? Come on, YouTube, please play with me, play the ball. Save changes, right, see if it'll process this time, shall we? Try again. Yeah, now it's processing. So all I had to do was restart the upload and now it's going to go live in about 60 seconds. We left Walsall because everybody told me to leave Walsall, effectively. TBH. That's why we left. Gary Bowie has taken the job there, so Swansea job's available. There's no point. I'm just going to get laughed off repeatedly if I keep offering for all these BPL jobs. So I'm just not going to bother. There we go, and now the video's gone live on YouTube. Oh, all I needed to do was re-upload, evidently. We are now into the beginning of August, so the season will be starting soon, so it won't be long, won't be overly long, until some jobs become available at the beginning of the season. Although, typically, as was the case with Luton, the jobs that become available near the beginning of the season tend to be the ones where the club is in a bad shape. They've hired Joachim Low. as manager at Atleti, and Lucas Piazza has gone to Swansea. So yeah, the jobs that become available tend to be, obviously, clubs are in bad shape with maybe no money or in really bad form with a terrible squad. And we fell foul of that when we took the job at Luton when we first started this series, or this save. We jumped straight into kind of the first job that became available. And because Luton obviously are a decent club, we took the job without actually doing enough research into how good the squad was and how much money there was at the club and what the strength of the squad was, etc. And that caught us out because we got relegated. But then we did okay at Walsall, but you guys asked me to leave, so I did. How many YouTube subs have I got now? I have, if I refresh, 49,549. So I'm about 450 away. About 450 away from the big 50k. And I'll be doing a setup video when I get to 50k. Thomas Kalash is going to Man United. Fair enough. The obvious of moves. David Moyes takes charge at Swansea City. Moyes. Chelsea win the Community Shield. Good. Cambridge draw with Crewe on the opening day of the League 2 season. Okay, League 2 Team of the Week's telling me. Oh, and then they lost in the Cup to Millwall. That sucks. Mario Jones, or Jonas, sorry. 18-year-old. Scored on his debut. GG, bro. Salic set for Villa. Gaston Ramirez is tempted by Atleti. Zuma tempted by Arsenal. Obviously, if Callum Chambers has gone to Chelsea, then no surprise really that Arsenal might be interested in a young centre-back to take his place. If I did a day in the life vlog, legit man, it would literally just be me sitting at my desk. That's all my day is. Sitting at a desk, YouTubing. Probably going to be about another month or so in game before any jobs really start to surface. But there might be an early sacking. We are mid-August now, obviously. Might have a job towards the end of September become available. Or if someone really mucks up. Chelsea have accepted a £9.7 million bid for Nemanja Matic. Really? £9.7 million? Are you sure? Because he's one of the best holding midfielders in world football. Not really too sure about that. How long does it take to get a job? I'm not sure. You can get a job immediately, or you can have to wait years in game. But it won't be years in game before we get a job. Yeah, we resigned from Walsall because everybody in the chat told me to resign from Walsall. Rick Lopez. We finished 11th or 12th in the league, I think. 11th, I think, in the end. 11th or 12th, one of the two. Coming on towards the end of the transfer window now, so I will... Oh, I don't have to stop because it's done it for me. Matic has gone to Real Madrid. Not too sure why. And Southampton have just beaten Chelsea. Brilliant. Wow. FC Union Berlin manager's lost his job already. 12th in the second Bundesliga. Where are they? Mid-table. Players. Whoa, hello. 4 goals in 4 games. Daniel Fran. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about FC Union Berlin. they've been yo-yoing in recent years, going all the way down to the lower leagues in Germany before coming back up again and kind of solidifying themselves in the German second division. They did get promoted and then last season got relegated out of the Bundesliga, which is probably why the manager was close to getting sacked anyway. I'm not sure. Should we apply for this? I mean, we can't see the stats of any of the players, so it would be a blind move if we were offered the job. So can I see... can I see... I just want to see the Bundesliga table from last year. History... No, you know what? It was, say... competitions or landmarks, perhaps. Just looking for not honours, domestic leagues. There we go. They finished 18th. So they finished bottom in the Bundesliga last year with 5 wins, 8 draws, and 21 defeats. So not a very good season whatsoever. But they did win the second Bundesliga the year before with 20 wins. Everybody's saying no. Okay. Or the majority saying no. So we won't apply for Union Berlin. Fabregas left out of the Spain squad. Cuadrado left out of the Colombia squad. And Chelsea are out of the Champions League on away goals. Well, that's not very good whatsoever, is it? Jonathan Bond brought into the England squad as a replacement for Joe Hart. Okay. Unexpected, but still. Chelsea failed to qualify for the Champions League. We've got some very insecure jobs. Still at Levante, Lazio, Cadiz, Rangers and Carpi, although I wouldn't take a job at that level. I would be interested in the Rangers one though, if that became available. Still a lot of insecure jobs. Not many in England though. Only the one insecure job in England, or 2, but they're a bit lower than I would be willing to drop for a managerial position. So we'll keep our eyes on some of the bigger leagues. How many streams are the YouTube episodes behind says? Only about 2 or 3 days now. Only about 2 or 3 days, and obviously I will be streaming FIFA over the weekend, but continually uploading the backlog of FM videos. So by this time next week, we'll maybe, by the end of next weekend, you'll have completely caught up. You'll have completely caught up on YouTube from all of the streams now that I've uploaded them or started to upload them in their entirety. And then obviously there'll only be 5 videos a week rather than 6, or rather than 7, because obviously I'm only streaming it 5 days a week, and then the backlog will eventually disappear. Oh, Cambridge lost in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. That's disappointing. Logan the Stalker, lol. I live near Cambridge, Logan. Near Cambridge in England. You think me and my sister look alike, do you? We're definitely not twins. I'm 26, going on 27, and she's 23, going on 24, so there's 3 years between us. She's younger than me. Transfer deadline date. Have to wait and see if any big moves go down. Probably not though. A lot of the bigger moves have already been done, haven't they? Like Willian to Real Madrid and Matic to Real Madrid. Yeah, the player career mode still goes on the YouTube channel, Matty. 4 times a week. Yeah, a lot of people are surprised by the fact that I'm 26. Don't know why. Everybody tells me I look younger, but I am 26. Deadline day has just finished. I'd love that Villarreal job, I'll be honest. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we've got enough managerial experience. New board cut Chelsea link at Aldershot. Oh, hello. Chelsea in the Europa League. Wow, that's another sad sight. Young boys obviously got battered by Everton, Ruben Kazan and FC20. Been a sacking. But I'm not really too sure what level they're at. Third division in France. No thanks. A quick look to see if there are any more jobs becoming available before we go to the job centre. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Job centre. Job centre. Only the FC Union Berlin and this Ajaccio job has remained available for a very long time. A lot of jobs still very insecure and insecure. We'll continue. Look at the transfer window roundup. Okay, I'll have to go back into my emails. And oh, it's saving. Lol. I was about to click browse so we can have a look. When it's finished saving, I'll have a quick look at the transfer window roundup. What do I think? Chelsea or Spurs on Sunday? Chelsea, obviously. He's a Chelsea fan. It's got to be Chelsea, yeah. How long have I been doing YouTube for? This particular channel, the Chesnoy Gaming channel, just over 2 years. But I've been doing YouTube all told for about 3.5. Koscielny hit by injury. Shock. Injuries at Arsenal. That never happens, does it? Cambridge rescue late draw against Exeter. Berlin have hired Uwe Wolf. Right, now where was the transfer window roundup? There we go, transfer window roundup. Let's have a look. Transfer window is closed across teams of all countries. Ricardo Rodriguez has gone from PSG to Manchester City. So he must have gone at some point from Wolfsburg to PSG for 13.75 and then 27.5 million for a left back is a lot of money. Although he is a very good left back, so that's understandable. Excuse me. Mateo Kovacic from Inter to Manchester United. Obviously a youngster that is hotly tipped in Italy to be a decent upcoming player in real life. 28.5 million, that's a big deal. Christian Eriksen has gone to Barcelona. To be fair, good move. That's a good deal. Biggest spenders were City, spending 83 million. Bloody hell. And most active were Forest Green, either bringing in or letting go. 14 players was that? Let's have a look. The biggest fee was Kevin Volland. Wow, Kevin Volland. To Man City. Simone Zaza to Man United from Napoli. He'd already gone to Napoli from Sassuolo via Fiorentina. Well, he's moved every single year, Zaza. Look at that. For 8 million, then 5 million, then 8.75, and then 14.25. Zarate's gone back to Italy. Matic to Real Madrid. Filip Juricic to Liverpool. Obviously, in real life, he's gone to Southampton. Gaston Ramirez to Mönchengladbach. Uezio Mena to Arsenal. Not too sure who he is, to be honest. Don't know enough about him to give in-depth comment. Eduardo Vargas has gone from Hellas Verona to Newcastle. That's a good signing. Got him on a free Hellas Verona. Wow. Thomas Callis to Man United. Ow. Who's Zaza? He's a striker. Italian striker. I think he's Italian at least. Plays for Sassuolo in real life. Sassuolo. Scored against us in the My Player when we were at Napoli. Before we moved back to the English leagues for Man United. Tomorrow's My Player video, by the way, is definitely not to be missed as well. Jobs becoming available in England. Apologies for the yawn. Port Vale have sacked Steve Lomas. Port Vale in League 2. They're 23rd in League 2 as well. Luton back up into the Football League though. Congratulations to them. They won the league last year after we got them relegated. Lol. Wrexham have sacked their manager as well. Are they still in the conference, Wrexham? They are. They're bottom. Jeeps. Barnet are in the conference and have sacked their manager as well. We're not in the running for, or supposedly in the running for any of those jobs, though not mentioned. Cambridge have loaned someone. Anyone else lose their job? Cambridge lose 2-0 to Nancy. Wow, they used to be League 1, didn't they? Yeah, for years. Go Port Vale and get them relegated, lol. Spot Stoke fan. Trying not to yawn too many times. Dartford have sacked the manager. A bit too keen on going to Dartford, to be honest. Hey, that's better. Chelsea winning 4-2 at home against United. Roof takes charge. Port Vale have offered me a job interview. Ah, really? Port Vale. Kareem Rossi is their on-loan striker that's their top goal scorer. By the looks of things, only goal scorer. Although Luke Mulholland has got one. I'll be honest, I'm really not keen on Port Vale as a job. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. It's definitely a step down from Walsall, a big step down from Walsall. So, I believe I'm going to decline the interview. Sorry, Port Vale. It's just not quite what I'm looking for. We are, did that say that we are favourites for that job? Hang on. We are favourite for the Port Vale job at 3-1. Even though I've declined the job interview. Ooh, first time we've been heavily linked with a job, or at least been favourite for a job. Oh, sorry about the yawning. Oh, so tired. That Charlton job might be interesting if it becomes available. Insecure in League 1. Bradford Park Avenue, lol. No thanks. Levante job's still insecure. Crawley job's become available. And the Hoffenheim job. I'd go there. But I doubt they'd take me. Solidly mid-table Hoffenheim, finishing 9th 3 years in a row. Can't get much more consistent than that, can you? Oh, stop it, Tez. Oh, side Gary Lowe at Port Vale. So we're definitely not going there. Crawley have sacked their manager. Why are Crawley back in the conference? Wow. Talk about a rise and then fall from grace. Back-to-back promotions from the conference into League 1 and then back-to-back relegations back down again. GG, Crawley, GG. Nancy have hired Baup. Ellie Baup. Paul Cook is favourite for the Crawley job. We're not being linked with any jobs at present. There's no point applying for Hoffenheim because I'll just get laughed off. Like we have done with a couple of the BPL jobs. No, we resigned at Walsall, Lucas. Everybody asked me to resign, so I resigned. Wow. Oh, you're on Central right now. Charlton get a 1-1 draw, so not sure whether that job will have become available. We're into October now. Let's have a look. Dartford have hired a new manager. Anyone else getting the sack? Augsburg manager has gone to Hoffenheim. Is Augsburg where S-Vine is? It is. Hello. Hashtag SVineOP. Another solidly lower half table team. Well, I'm sorry about all the yawning. I'm trying my best not to do it, but I can't stop at the minute. Scott McNiven's taken the Bradford Park Avenue job. Crawley Town offer job interview. 12th in the conference. That really is a giant step backwards, I'm afraid. Billy Painter, wow. 32-year-old Billy Painter. Terry Gornell, good player. Scored against us when he was at Cheltenham when we were at Luton. Troy Hewitt. If I'm not willing to go to Port Vale, I'm definitely not willing to go to Crawley, I'm afraid. You can't change the quality of the stream because the channel isn't partnered, Madman, or Madmad. I will be applying to get the stream channel partnered next month, so hopefully they will say yes, and then we'll be able to obviously offer you the option to be able to change stream quality. We are by far and away the biggest channel streaming Football Manager right now, though. Got Kick TV are actually streaming Twitch like they do every Friday, but they've got 46 viewers and we're over 300, so that should be a good enough reason for Twitch to be able to partner the channel. The fact that we get such good views on a game that isn't necessarily as popular on Twitch as a lot of others. I'm not really too sure why it says untitled broadcast though for my stream, because it's definitely not untitled. I've definitely got a title for it. Let's see if anything else has become available. Doesn't look like it. Cook. They've gone with Paul Cook. He was favourite, so that's fair enough. Macclesfield have sacked their manager, but again, Bradford City, hello. Bradford in League One. They're bottom at the present, but that could be. The finances are okay. Let's genuinely think about this one, because Bradford could be a decent job. Obviously, got 3 players in on loan. Ryan Kent, who seems to be playing a decent amount of football, first team football for them, on loan from Liverpool. Ryan Fulton is on loan. Is he on loan? Yeah, he's on loan from Chester, was that? Ryan Fulton? Oh no, he's on loan from Liverpool as well. Well, you would presume that Liverpool are a parent club for them. Kyle Walker Peters. Got plenty of defenders, but I'm not too sure of the quality of the defenders. And then they're really lacking on midfielders right now. The tactics, they're playing a 4-3-3. Right, I'm just going to go through this systematically and just have a look at the squad, because we jumped straight into the Luton one without thinking about it. And I need to actually think about this one. But Ben Williams is obviously the first team goalkeeper. He's 34 years of age, but he's been there for a while. Has been their first team goalkeeper for 2 or 3 years now. Fulton obviously on loan from Liverpool, sorry. Conceded 5 in 4 in non-competitive and conceded 1 in the only competitive game he's played so far. Josh Law looks decent. Looks okay, Josh Law. Been at Bradford for 2 years. Looks like a decent player. Kyle Walker-Peters we looked at. Looks okay. Fast, but not overly good in the tackle unless that's towards the upper reaches of that 6-14. James Meredith, I can't see his stats, but he has been playing a lot of first-team football and has been here for a while, so again, presume he's decent. Alan Sheehan is a name that I'm sure will ring bells with a few of you. He's been playing their first-team football for a while. Bradford is a good job, you are right. Alan Sheehan currently suspended. Andrew Davies looks like a decent player. again, been at Bradford for a while. More of a rotation player by the looks of things, not playing overly large amount of games. Andrew Davies is the one we just looked at. Rory McArdle, obviously one of the better players there, supposedly. I can't see his stats right now, but he's currently injured. How long is he injured for? 4 to 6 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. James Meredith is on international. Anna Sheehan is suspended. Neil Heaton, again, looks decent. Been there for a couple of seasons. Come through the youth ranks by the looks of things. Daniel Shaughnessy, perhaps. Icelandish isn't a Finnish, obviously. Dikeches. Daniel O'Shaughnessy. Dual nationality with Finland and Ireland. Daniel Shaughnessy. Can't see his stats though, but been on loan. They got him on a free from Brentford, so I'm not really too sure about him. Christoph Rutis. Again, not sure. Looks decent physically, but been first team for a couple of seasons here, so potential. I do think I'm going to apply for this one, you know. It's just the lack of midfielders is slightly disconcerting. Ryan Bates is a youngster, so he's probably not going to be involved if we did take that job. Gary Liddell is a good player, good midfielder and centre-back. Can play either roles, been first team here for a couple of years as well. Stephen Darby, obviously a decent player, currently injured for 3 months, unfortunately. He's a right back, but he's been here for a while as well. Billy Knott is a centre mid that I do actually rate in real life. He's been first team here for a couple of seasons. Fabian Brandy's out for 3 to 8 days, so that's not too much of a problem, but he's a wide player. Decent dribbling, not very good crossing though, unfortunately. Barkhuizen, he scored a couple against us, I think, when we were at Walsall. He was on loan at Cambridge in the first season, scoring goals there. Came back last season and scored a few. He scored 2 so far this year, so perhaps a decent player. Lloyd Isgrove is obviously a decent player as well. Would be first team. Ryan Kent is the loanee from Liverpool. Can't really see too many of his stats. Doesn't look overly impressive, but we'd have to wait and see what his exact stats are. Thomas Eisfeld is a player that can score goals, although hasn't done so far. Kevin Doyle is obviously a good striker. Scored 22 goals for them last year and scored 1 so far this year. He's recovering from injury, returning to full fitness imminently, so they've obviously been missing him. Oliver McBurney's out on loan and hasn't played yet at Ebbsfleet. James Hansen is obviously one of their main strikers as well. Been there for a long time, James Hansen. He's currently out injured for 4 to 5 weeks as well, so they're struggling with injury, which is probably half the reason why they are where they are in the league, which is bottom on 7 points. They've lost 8, won 2, drawn 1. Really not in very good form, but there could be this sort of challenge that we could look to take on. Ben Greening is injured. I don't really recognise any of these names. Reece Webb Foster. Great finishing for an 18-year-old, 13 to 19. There's no harm in applying for it, is there? There is definitely no harm in applying for it, so I will do. Apply for job. Yes. Steve Cotterill is currently favourite for that job. Unemployed Steve Cotterill. Wow, wow, wow. Let's have a browse. Okay, looks like the Bradford job has been taken, perhaps. Go job centre. No, it hasn't. It just wasn't on the previous screen. Scroll up. England under 19s. We want the Bradford job. Yes, we do. See what the week announced. They're considering interest. Forest Green have sacked Paul Sturrock. They are in the conference still, Forest Green, so won't be taking them. Won't be taking charge of them. We'll wait and see what happens with that Bradford one, though. Interested to see what happens there. And we've had a job interview. Good. Let's try and get ourselves a job, shall we? I haven't been sacked at all, Dan Woodward. We resigned from Luton because we got relegated. and we resigned from Walsall because everybody in the chat told me to resign rather than sign a new deal at Walsall. Otherwise, I was probably going to stay on. But we'll go to this. Oh, hello, Mark Lawn. Yeah, very little managerial experience. Yes, you say that every chairman says that. But I've done very well in my limited time in club management. You've already been relegated once during your brief managerial career. Can you explain the circumstances surrounding that? Yeah, once I was able to learn from it and make sure it never happens again. I don't want to say that because they are bottom, so I don't want to. Proud of being associated with it, but it's happened. I can only hope you're able to look past it. Yeah. Unfortunately, the club would be looking for a candidate capable of ensuring a harmonious atmosphere. I guarantee positivity amongst the players. Would you be willing to play an attacking brand of football if we were able to give you the job? Yes. I slightly disagree with possession-based football, but they moderately agree, quite strongly agree with more direct. Young players is definitely something I could do. I'm not going to mention possession football. I would like to play possession football, but they do moderately agree with more direct football. So, no, I'll just say that for now. We don't want to get judged on something that we might not be able to follow through with. If we would expect you to secure a top half finish. Top half finish? Or do you think you could do even better? That would I have to say. I can't say well, if I would be able to meet the proposed expectation of a top half finish. I don't want to say I'm going to fight for promotion because it's just putting too much expectation, too much pressure on myself. Wage bill is 52 grand. Average wage is 1,000. Maximum wage allowed 1,400, which is not much at all for that level. We had more money than that at Walsall, or at least we were offering contracts bigger than that at Walsall. So I would say top half finish. Proposed transfer budget of £22,000. It's not much at all. I feel like a slightly larger budget would be needed. Should you get the job, we're willing to provide you with a wage budget of 50,000. I definitely need a bigger wage budget. You can't start at a club that are bottom with already being over wage budget. I would need a slightly larger wage budget than proposed. Do you have any requests? Should we hire you? Parent club. Parent club is not required at this time. Okay. Fairly basic youth recruitment. You know what? I don't really mind about anything else. Just about covers in. We'll go in and review the process before determining who becomes our next manager. Good luck. We'll be in touch soon. Thank you very much, Mr. Lawn. Well, time will tell. Are we going to get the job at Bradford or are we not going to get the job at Bradford? Oh, I just elbowed the mic. I apologise. Oh, I've run out of tissues. No. Sunderland sacked Karanka. That's a championship job we could apply for if we don't get the Bradford one. But Bradford City have approached us with a transfer budget of 24,000, which is more than what they previously said, and a wage budget of 55, which gives us an extra 3,000 to play with, or extra 5,000 than they said previously. So I am willing to take the job. I want to see what your reactions are. They've moved up to 23rd in the table. Don't know whether they were able to get a win in their last game, were they? They got a draw, a 0-0 draw against Morecambe. Some really bad results to start the season. Look at that. Straight defeats. It would be a struggle here. It would be a struggle. Finances are okay. So I wouldn't get the Sunderland job. That's the thing. I really don't think I'd get it. Lots of no's, a few yeses. let's delay it for 1 week. And they've agreed to the delay. Good. Okay, well, let's apply for... Oh, Leeds is available as well. Leeds and Sunderland. Apply for job. Apply for job. This is brave, because if we don't get a job interview at either of these, we could lose that Bradford job. Let's wait and see what happens. Vale has Cardiff City set in his sights. Do a quick browse to see if anything's happened. Villarreal sacked Marcelinho. That could interest me. Bolton job is now available as well. That would be even better than the Bradford one, wouldn't it? Leeds United consider interest from Chesnoid. Sunderland consider the interest from me as well. Makelele's taken charge. Claude Makelele at Saint Etienne. Oxford have sacked their manager, served Torquay, but they've signed a caretaker manager. That Villarreal job would be fantastic. I would love that. But Bolton would be a decent job. The finances are insecure, but... Oh, I can't see his stats. That sucks. But that's the thing. Bolton would be a decent job because Bolton are a decent club. But is the squad any good? That's the most important thing. Max Clayton is their striker right now. Looks decent. George Green is on loan from Everton. Scored goals in League One last year though, so he scored 8 already this year, so he's in top form. Stuart Holden is coming back to full fitness. He's obviously a great player, as is Jay Spearing. Tim Ream is obviously a good player as well. Now, if I was to take a job in League One out of Bradford and Bolton, it'd be the Bolton one. So I think I'm going to pass up on the opportunity at Bradford City. I think, and we'll see what happens with Leeds, Sunderland. Hey. I'm going to delay again and see what they say. They agree to delay. Oh, very patient at Bradford. Fair play to them. Yeah, you can say hashtag Chester Leeds, but there's not much I can do personally to do that, is there? The power is in their hands. We do have an email at the top, though, that we need to have a look at. Chelsea break consecutive wins record. 11 games won in a row. Wow. Come on, Chelsea. Oh, don't know why. Because unless there's 7 have come in a row recently. Sunderland offer me a job interview. Hello, Sunderland. Hello, Sunderland indeed. Alan McGregor. John O'Shea's still there at 35. Connor Wickham, George Boyd, Will Buckley, Geordie Gomez, Sebastian Larson, Jack Rodwell, Lee Catamol. Not the players still here. Gary Hooper. This could be an interesting job if we get it. Attend interview. Hello. You've had little managerial experience. Obviously, that concerns me a little. Can you explain why? I may not have the no. I may not have the experience looking for, but I've done very well in my limited time in club management. You've only been relegated once. Yeah, we'll have the same answer as the Bradford one. You're looking to make a step up from your previous club. Can you handle that? Football is football at the end of the day. I'm more than capable of doing well here. I don't think there's a dramatic difference between the clubs. Oh, yeah, that one. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs right now? I'm merely considering my options. The club would be looking for a candidate capable of performing to our expected standard across multiple competitions. Are you confident of handling that better than our previous manager? I'm confident of achieving every target that's set for me when I get the job. I've got a good record when it comes to meeting my expectations set by my previous clubs, which we do. We did well in the FA Cup at Walsall. We got to the 5th round, didn't we? We would prefer it if our new manager was able to work with the existing backroom staff. I'm more than happy to work with the club's existing support team. It's fine. How do you feel about working with a director of football? Do they have a director of football currently? They do. Lee Congerton. More than happy to work with one. If hired, we would expect you to play a position by style of football. Oh, yes. I would be willing to play a position by style of football. Would you be willing to become almost a set-piece first team if we were to give you the job? Strongly agree with make the most of set pieces. Okay. Just going to say yes because I want the job. Just going to say exactly what they want to hear. If hired, you would be expected to develop players from the clubs you set up. Is something you'd be willing to do? Yes. Are there any other job aspects you would like to be judged on? Sign players from the chairman's own nation. Where's the chairman from? The US? No. I'm not signing anyone from the US. No philosophies right now. If hired, we would expect you to secure a top half finish. Is that fair? Do you think we could do even better? Yeah, I can finish in top half easily, he says. If hired, we're willing to provide you with a transfer budget of 1.3 million. So, what are their finances like? Okay. Do I ask for a little bit more money than 1.3? Or is 1.3 alright for this level? I'd like a little bit more than 1.3 million. Wait to see what your guys' reaction is to in the chat. Over 350 viewers though, which is fantastic. Thank you all for coming along. If you are new, then hit that follow button to make sure you don't miss out on any future streams. Yes, ask for more. Okay, for a slightly larger transfer budget, a wage budget of 450,000, which is 75,000 more than they're currently on. Perfect. Just make sure you get the job. You're not wrong. That's the best way to go about it. Do you have anything for us to consider? No, everything is fine. Just about covers everything. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. Ooh, Sunderland, maybe, Sunderland, maybe. Please hire me. I'd love that Sunderland job. Please. Please, Mr. Chairman. I don't want to go to Bradford. I want to go to Sunderland. Please. You can't subscribe to the Twitch channel right now, Ben Michael Harris, but because I'm not partnered on Twitch yet, but you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to. Save the game, Ches. Okay, I can't. It's gone not responding. Panic. Ches dance. That's not the Ches dance. That's the Boswinger dance. Which is ironic because he did that when we were away at Sunderland. Come on, browse. Nothing's been decided yet. I'm so nervous. I'm weirdly nervous. Look at that. We've applied for 4 different jobs. I'd love that Sunderland job. Mark Hughes is favourite for both Sunderland and Leeds. Come on, Sunderland, do what's right. Do what's right. We'll save it. I'm going to save it. I'm just going to quickly go and use the toilet, and then we will continue and hopefully get ourselves a job. I'll be back in 2 secs. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get the job? Ah! Advance. I got like... Leeds have offered us a job interview. Oh, it's all going off. It's all going off. Attend. Oh, but I really want to work under Massimo. Leeds. I've done very well in my management. You've already been relegated once. We want to, yeah, same responses. More than capable of working here. Merely considering my options. Harmonious atmosphere. Yes. I can work with the director of football. If hired, we'd like you to make the most of set pieces opportunities. Okay. I don't like making the most of set pieces. I'm terrible at set pieces. Is there anything else? Possession based? Yes. Good. Slightly agree with a defensive style. Moderately agree with developed youth players. Okay. I'm just going to tell him what he wants to hear. No further philosophies. If hired, we would expect you to be competitive and do the best you can do. Wow. No real... Wow, no expectation at Leeds. Transfer budget at 1.3 million. What are their finances like? Secure. They've got money at Leeds. They have money. Billy Sharp. Ben Amos. Slightly larger transfer budget. £220,000 wage bill. They're on 205. Slightly larger wage budget. Do you have any other requests? No. Ah! I'm going to save it again. I'm so nervous. I'll save it again. We'll see what happens. Almost at 400 viewers, which is unheard of for a Football Manager stream. Thank you for all the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. We are by far and away, the biggest Twitch stream right now for Football Manager. If you just look at these, it's ridiculous. Everyone else, I'm sure that Twitch would partner me if I tell them about... Because last time I applied to Twitch for partnership, I was solely doing FIFA, and we weren't anywhere near, getting the numbers that would require partnership for FIFA. But for FM, we are 10 times bigger than any other FM stream I've ever seen. So I'm pretty sure that we'd be able to get partnership if we put that across to them. So I am probably going to apply for partnership with Twitch in the next week or so then. Considering if FM stays this popular, obviously it's a once-off hitting 400. We normally hit around about 250, but still 250 is a lot better than anything else. Did I paste access? Yeah, check that Gatso. Look, I think that's the one that I just took. Yeah, we were on 399. That's in order of size on Twitch right now. The next one is on 33. Oh, it's not me being cocky, the naked man. It's me trying to justify to Twitch why they should partner me. I'm not being cocky about it. I'm humble about it. I'm delighted the fact that so many people would like to watch me watch FM because I enjoy playing it. I don't do cocky. It's not my style. I'm not very good at being cocky, so I don't bother. Now, Bolton have offered us a job interview. Oh, it really is all going off. Let's get down to business. You've already been relegated once. We all knew we were in for a rough season. I'm merely considering my options. Harmonious atmosphere. Definitely capable of doing that. We parted company with our last manager sooner than anybody would have anticipated. Can you offer assurances that we won't be in for a repeat of that? I don't have a proven track record of spending considerable time in a job. It's my intention to commit a long and successful career with the club. Yep. Are you comfortable managing a team in considerable financial trouble? Not really. Not really. If Bolton haven't got any money, that would be... Because I suck when it comes to looking after finances. I always max out my wage budget. I just love bringing new players into the club. Can you tell us what changes you would like to make to the size of our backroom team? What is your backroom team? Your backroom team is huge. Your background team is huge. I'd find a way to reduce the number of people in the support team. Or I'd rather wait until I'm able to appraise them in a working environment. I wouldn't need to expand the size, definitely. Would you be willing to play a defensive brand of football? Fine. Focus on set pieces, fine. Bring answers through, fine. Possession base, please. No. Challenge for the playoffs. They are currently 14th. Walsall are 15th. Lol. Challenge for the playoffs. Challenge for the playoffs. How long is George Green out for? 3 to 4 weeks. That could be huge. Challenge for the playoffs. Challenge for the playoffs. Challenge for the playoffs. Yeah. Transfer budget of £325,000 is nothing, but they're in financial difficulty. Slightly more, please. Wage budget of 35, and they're currently spending 42.5. No, I need more. Stadium condition very poor. I can't. They haven't got any money, so I'll save it again. So we've had interviews at Sunderland, Leeds, and Bolton, and we've already been offered the job at Bradford. But if Bradford come back to us before we've heard back from any of these three, I will turn Bradford down. Advance. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Oh, it's Bradford City again. Oh, I got all excited. They might not agree to the delay. Reject delay. They'd like to offer you a further chance to become their manager. I'm going to have to reject. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Bradford. You're saying Bolton's club value. Where was that? Was that in the information? Where did it say club value? Saying club value was £1. Slightly disconcerting. Overview profile. Doesn't say view club information. No, it's where I just was. View. I can't view their finances, can I? Facilities. Stadium condition very poor. No roof, obviously. Undersoil heating though is a yes, which is good. Oh well, we'll just advance. I'm sorry, Bradford, but you're currently 4th in a list of 4. Oh, Bolton! Shit. I want one of the other two. I'm going to ask Bolton to delay. Please delay. Oh, thank you. Right. Please, Sunderland or Leeds. Please, Sunderland or Leeds. In the next week, offer me a job. Offer me a job in the next week. No, I don't want a job interview at Oxford. Ugh. Sunderland interview unsuccessful. They've gone with Mark Hughes. Well, he was linked with both, so that means maybe Leeds will offer us a job interview. Oxford are near the bottom of League 2. Decline. Come on, Leeds. Come on, Leeds. Offer me a job. Offer me a job. Offer me a job. Leeds, 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 Leeds. Leeds, 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 Leeds. I'm not seeing anything in the little things there. No, Tony Pulis has taken charge at Leeds United. We're going to Bolton. We are going to Bolton. Leeds interview unsuccessful. Tony Pulis is the man that they've chosen to take that team forward. But Newcastle sack. I'd never get it. Bolton Wanderers, it looks like we're going to you. Bolton is a good club. Transfer budget of 375,000, wage budget of 40 grand a week, which they're already 5 grand over, unfortunately. And want to reach the playoffs. View offer. Till June 2018, which is next season. I'll ask if we can go shortly. I'll remove these. And suggest the terms. Oh! So this is just until the end of this season. Finalise. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Bolton Wanderers manager, Chesnoy Gaming. And save. Bolton's a good job. Bolton's a good job. I know you're saying no, but Bolton is a good job. Why are you all so adverse to me going to Bolton? Yes, Palmer would be better, but Palmer I wouldn't get. Why are you saying no to everything? Bolton's one of the better clubs that we could be at. We've been rejected for Sunderland and Leeds that are at the bottom of the Championship. We're getting offers from clubs that are in the Conference in League 2, the bottom of League 2, for interviews. Why are you all so adverse against me managing Bolton? Bolton are a good club. It's definitely a step up from Walsall. Yeah, they're 94 million in debt, but what club isn't in debt at this level? We've been manager at Luton and Walsall. You have to bear that in mind. I'm not just going to be able to jump into a BPL job. Attend the meeting. Great, let's get started. It sounds like great idea. I'd love to know more about the team. They've got some great players at this club. No, Heskey and Noka Johnson. Lol. I could have gotten Newcastle. Really? You think I could have gotten Newcastle? I got laughed off at West Brom and Queen's Park Rangers. I'm not going to get the Newcastle job. Sunderland and Leeds at the bottom half of the Championship turned me down. Yes, I'll do the press conference. Okay, thanks again. Nicky Spooner, hello mate. Got some questions day to day running? Yes. Great summary, second opinions regarding the current squad. Would you like me to arrange a meeting with the rest of your staff? Yes. Provide you regular reports every fortnight? Yes. Would you like me to help you with any assist with friendlies, take control of the friendlies, setting up opposition instructions, training? Can you do all training and match reports, please? All squads, thanks. Reserve and youth teams. If you like, I'm happy to manage any non-senior squads that don't already have a dedicated manager. Pretty happy with the situation at the moment because we don't need to change. If Kelvin Davis is happy to wowzers, happy to manage the under-21s, and David Lee is happy to manage the under-18s. Team talks, I'll do press conferences, I'll do agent offers. I can filter out agent offers before they land on your desk if you'd like. Which types of offers you're interested in receiving? I'll see them all, and that'll do for that. Okay, I'll see you later. Good. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Finance, facilities, stadium. They've got less minimal money, so we'll go with that. Let's have a look at finances. Where are you getting 94 million in debt from? The balance is minus 1 million, not 94. They are hemorrhaging money though. But it's not exactly irreversible. We'll keep the captains as they are. New subscriptions will accept the changes. A background on Bolton Wanderers. 3 championship trophies, 1 League One, 4 FA Cups, a Community Shield and 1 Johnson's Paint Trophy. Excellent training facilities, excellent youth facilities. This is a good squad. Whole team meeting. Assertive. I know that many of you may not have me. I just want to personally introduce you as myself as manager. I want to take the opportunity. Welcome. It's what you do here that counts, so nobody will judge you based on your reputation. That's very nice of them. Assertively. I'm very positive about the chances. I think we go on to win promotion. How can I get information about the squad to see how ambitious they are as a squad? I'm going to say promotion. 10 players are in, 8 players are out. Let's focus on one game at a time, shall we? Assertively, I disagree. I think we can achieve what I said if everyone performs at their best. No, a lot more have joined on board. Good. Passionately, that's exactly the sort of reaction I was after. Good. Good. No, I resigned at Walsall, Tree 28. Spooner presents Bolton Wanderers squad. They don't have a very good goalkeeper. That's one thing to point out immediately. Ross Fitzsimmons and Max O'Leary really don't look like they're any good whatsoever, so we could look to perhaps loan in a goalkeeper. Right back, we've got some good right backs. Alex Baptiste is ageing now, although he's only 30. I thought he was older than that, I'll be honest. John Joe Kenny. Oh, hello. 19 years of age and already that good. He looks like he could be decent. And Hayden White is also a good player that can play either wing-back role. That's good. Joe Dudgeon as a left-back. Looks decent. Tim Ream obviously can play left-back or centre-back, but he would definitely be a centre-back for me. And Alex Baptiste again. Baptiste can play across all the positions in the defence, which is very handy indeed. Tim Ream is the main centre-back. We looked at him. He's probably the best player at the club. Anthony Gerrard is another good player. He's 13. I obviously missed a penalty for Cardiff in the Capital One Cup final when Liverpool won it a few years ago. Anthony Gerrard was at Walsall, obviously our former club. Tyler's Browning. He looks okay. I'll probably play him out wide rather than in the middle because he's not very good at heading. Hayden White is the guy that we looked at here. Joe Dudgeon we've already looked at as well. Midfielders, Jay Spearing, very good at being a holding midfielder, obviously. I think some of these players are too good. Some of these players are too good for League One. They should really be Championship players. So to get these guys back into the Championship would be the main aim. Stuart Holden is out of contract. Oh, that's going to suck. Because I'm not going to be able to offer him a new one. But he's a very good player, Stuart Holden. Barry Spiller. Okay, Barry Spiller, hello. Centre mids. Jay Spearing we've looked at, he's very good. George Green, although he's scoring goals, so he's probably going to play up top. He's going to be out for 8 to 12 days with a broken jaw. And Ryan Ledson looks like a decent player. Out wide, we've got Max Clayton, can play left or right side of attacking midfield. I may have to play 4-3-3 here rather than a 4-4-2 because of the current lack of wide players. But up top, striker-wise, Max Clayton again, George Green. They look okay. Looks like an okay squad. Meet the staff. Paul Dalton has advised you that the club is currently spending over its wage budget. Okay, adjust wage budget. Paul Dalton believes, George Green, we can do that ourselves with when it comes to player roles, etc. We can do that ourselves. I'd rather you didn't spam the chat, please, Dart Dylan, so get timed out. Thank you very much. David Lee would like to make you aware of the under-18s, but he's Alan Lampard. Any relation to Frank? He's a regent. Alan Lampard is the brightest talent in the under-18 or striker. Aaron Whelan. Okay, and Lee Cook. Okay. Okay. Scouting team welcome you. I want to look at Brad Inman at Crewe and Blair Adams at Notts County. Okay, well, we currently have £225,000 to spend. Currently spending £42,000 a week on wages, and I can up that to 47.5, but that would mean we could only sign people on frees. We'll leave it as is for no, because let's do that slightly, just to make sure. Right, I want to have a quick look through. I've got a couple of injuries, which is unfortunate. Have a quick look through the youth squads to see if there's anyone worth calling up to the first team. William Jaskalainen, you would presume related to Jussi Jaskalainen. Information. Jussi Jaskalainen, father. Yes, he is the son of Jussi Jaskalainen we have at the club right now. Currently up for 2 to 4 days with concussion. Not necessarily the best. Coach report. We can see he's the 3rd best goalkeeper at the clubs. We do need a new goalkeeper. I think that's going to be one of the main ports of call. Nigel Salt is a youngster. Doesn't look very good. Craig Healy, again a youngster. Danny Masters, no. Callum Spooner's out on loan. No. Simon Ford. Nope. Nope. Luke Griffiths is out on loan. Danny McKenna. There aren't any names that particularly stand out here. Stephen Hinchcliffe. Paul McNulty. Richard Donovan. And Enoch Leacoy Alumba. He's got 4 goals in 7, but still only 18. Still only 18, and the under 18s will just be, you would presume, like 16, 17-year-olds kids that aren't anywhere near first team quality. So, can I sort by assistant reports? There we go. Potential. Apparently Alan Lampard. Oh, we've looked at Alan Lampard. Yeah, they said he has the potential to be good. Okay, that's fine. Selection info. Go back to the squad. Tactics-wise, I think we are going to have to play a 4-3-3. Barry Spiller. Going to have to play a 4-3-3. Let's have a quick look at tactics. Now, we'll have one set up the same way that we had at Walsall. It's pretty similar to that. So we'll leave that like that as a 4-4-2. And then we'll create a new one, which is 4-3-3. Please, 4-3-3. Or is it 4? It's more of a 4-1-2-3 DM narrow. Well, not necessarily narrow. 4-1-2-3. 4-1-2-3 narrow. No, I see. I don't want them to be narrow. I want them to be out wide like that. Standard. Not control. We'll just leave it as standard on the mentality. Flexible structure. Instructions. What sort of instructions could we use for this sort of formation, this 4-3-3? I'll wait for your responses in the chat. You could exploit the flanks, perhaps. Although, stuff like that is more dependent upon opposition tactics rather than having that as a genuine out-and-out, kind of play out of defence, you think? Play wide, exploit the flanks. See, exploit the flanks, you kind of want to look for these sorts of things when it comes to matching up against the opposition's tactics. The board did tell me to play defensive football, you are right. So maybe we could mentality defensive. Retain possession. Could clear the ball to the flanks. Rather than exploit the flanks, we could clear the ball to the flanks and get it out wide that way. Play a lower tempo with this one. Early crosses. You think early crosses, perhaps, to a man in the middle? We're trying to hit early crosses. Shape-wise, we'll ask people to kind of stick to their positions. Because I want to have that defensive discipline in there. Going to get stuck in, though. Close down more. Play wider. We could play wider. Stretch the pitch and play wider. Okay. Well, we'll try that. Seem competent with that formation and competent with that formation with regards to familiarity. What sort? We'll just have a quick look at the games that they've been playing recently, and can I see what formation they were playing? I can't. Hayden White, Anthony Gerrard, Lex Pectis, Tim Ream suggests 4 at the back with Tim Ream at left back. Stuart Holden, Ryan Ledson, Josh Vale with John Joe Kelly, Will Abbots and Max Clayton. Is that more of a 4? It's more of a 4-3-3, I think, isn't it? Or 4-4-2, perhaps. No, it's 4. It's kind of a 4-1-3-2 with a holding mid and then just 3 centre mids sat in front. When is the next game? We've got 4 days until Bradford City at home. Wowzers. How long is he going to be out for? Just 2 to 3 months for Tyler Browning, unfortunately. Barry Spiller was only a few days, wasn't it? Due to concussion, or was that one of the goalkeepers? 10 days to 2 weeks. And George Green is out for 8 to 12 days with a broken jaw. Yes, remember that now. So, Will Abbott's actually, considering he's a youngster, has been putting the performances in. Although 2 of the goals came in the cup. Key to remember that. 3 goals in 12 performances in the league. Okay. Let's advance. It's 20 past 10 already. Jeeps, when did that happen? Jeepers, creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Charlton Athletics, Zach Munoz. Fair enough. Do you feel like the ambitions for the club are matched by the chairman? What the chairman and I talk about is private, and it will remain that way. Probably best to say that. Do you feel the expectations asked of you this season are fair and realistic? If the club is ready to progress towards the high reaches of the game, everybody has just name high. That's what we're doing at the moment. If we can talk for a moment about your previous job, you chose to resign from your post at Wall. Do you have any regrets leaving? I'm looking towards the future. I now have a fantastic opportunity to work for Bolton. Do you think that still being in competition like the FA Cup would be beneficial to helping you succeed this season? I'm happy to give the lads the opportunity to prove themselves in a wide range of competitions. You spent very little time away from the game before taking over at Bolton Wanderers. Was there a conscious effort to ensure that you stayed active? I'm very pleased to have ensured that I've landed on my feet, so to speak. I think it was imperative to football is my life, and I hate to be out of the game for too long. It's fair to say that Bolton Wanderers have been struggling in the league so far this season, and obviously the chairman felt it was time for a change at the top. What can you bring to the club that's different? I have my own ideas. Bolton Wanderers aren't the richest club, and seen by some as a serious stumbling block. Do you think you'll be held back for the financial? Don't think it's appropriate for me to comment at this stage. Okay, they're probably... Large transfer fee doesn't guarantee you a good player. There's no importance. Key players can be found for no fee at all. Large transfer fee doesn't guarantee you a good player, is what we'll say. Hello, Fernando Torres. Lol. It'd be nice if people's stamina could improve before we get to this next game. We are in November, so we're only a month and a bit away from the January transfer window. Yeah, I'm going to play a game. We'll play Bradford, and then I'll probably end the stream there, and then we'll come back next Monday. FM-wise, obviously, at the weekend I'll be streaming FIFA. Altrincham want Fitzsimmons. He's in my first team. No, unfortunately. If he's on the loan list. No status set. Okay, good. Match preparation. Okay, well, they're more familiar with the 4-4-2. Thigh strain. We'll leave him to physio. But that's frustrating considering he's one of the top goal scorers we've got at the club 2 days before we play Bradford. We will be looking to bring in plenty of loan players in the January transfer window, and I will be looking to offload a few members of staff, Dean, as well, yeah, to save some extra money. Bristol Rovers want O'Leary on loan. No, you're not having him. He's my other first team goalkeeper. Is he on the loan list? No. Wow, we really do need a manager, don't we? A manager. We've got a manager. A goalkeeper is the position I was looking for. Colin Lee's taken the job at Carlisle. That's County of sacked Sean Derry. Bradford at home, followed by Burton Albion, who obviously have just come up from League 2. That's at home as well. It's nice to start with a couple of home games. This is going to be a difficult game. Team are in some sort of form, but not standout form. Have a look at the schedule. It's just inconsistent recently, although they have been better of recent. That's the thing, they're not necessarily in a bad run of form. They're mid-table, not relegation threatened, so there's definitely stuff we could do with this side. They just beat Walsall. Darren Bent is now at Walsall. Well, just out of curiosity, I'm just going to check Walsall's squad. They brought in Mark Howard, a goalkeeper. Richard O'Donnell is still sub-goalkeeper. Up top, they've really changed this squad around, haven't they? Wow. Completely different to how it looked like when we were here. Sam Mansom's still here. They brought in Scott Wagstaff. Let's have a look at transfer history. Look at that. Ian Turner was really, of the players that were released on a free, Ian Turner's kind of the only one that was my first team. They did sell Paul Downing to Leicester, who's now in their under-21s. What a waste. For £350,000. Tom Bradshaw, we tried to get out the door and couldn't. And the rest have gone out on loan. Jean-Francois has gone out on loan. That's a surprise because he was a decent player. They've brought in loads of players on loans and frees. Look at that, and Everton must be a parent club to us in here if they're highlighted in a different colour. So I should be able to see that somewhere, shouldn't I? Can I have a look at the information to see? These rivals, Blackburn and Wigan. Other rivals, Man United, Wolves, Bury, Burnley, Blackpool and Tranmere. Affiliates, affiliated clubs. We do have Everton as a parent club, which is good. We will definitely have to have a look at their youth side to see if there's any people we can get in. I do listen. It's just hard to keep up with the chat sometimes when it moves so fast. Right, it's indifferent between the two sides. Bradford have won twice and then a draw and a Bolton win. We will go with Max O'Leary. I'm gonna play 4-4-2 because that's what they're more familiar with right now. Right back, John Joe Kenny was my best right back, wasn't he? By a standout mile, although he can play in centre mid if we need him to. Centre backs. Tim Ream is on international duty, which sucks. We'll put Anthony Gerrard and Alex Baptiste in there. And then left back. See, this is where the difficulty comes in. We've got two players on international duty, which sucks. You would presume that later on down the line we'll be able to request postponements for international duty. So, Hayden White. Can John Joe play left back? No, not really. Okay, we'll put Hayden there then. Right hand side of midfield. I'm going to have to play the 4-2-3-1. We just don't have the right sort of players. Go with Jay Spearing in that holding role. And then in midfield we'll go with... Oh, see, Stuart Holden's tired. Ryan Ledson and Josh Vella. Wide right. Go with Max Clinton. I need George Green back, really. Wide left. And up top we can go with Wow, we need these guys back from injury because we are strugs. We are really strugs. Wide left. Let me put... Josh Villa can play... No, I thought... Well, on FIFA I've played in wide left before. It's a case of having a look at the rest of the squad. See what we can work out. I won't be able to afford Zaha's wages, Wallers. Or Salah. There's no point offering me players like that because I just won't be able to afford them. I'm going to have to play Stuart Holden in an unfamiliar position, I'm afraid. We might not even be able to fill the bench because of all these international... If we had all of these international players, all the players that were on international duty at the club, it wouldn't be that much of an issue, but because we've got a couple of injuries to start off with, we really are struggling for numbers. All players that are fit. Barry Spiller's injured. I have to bring up Tony Higgs. I think everyone else is either already in the side or injured or international duty. Yep. We can't select a full bench because of all the injuries and players on international duty, which isn't too much of an issue, but Tony Higgs has been... Oh, yeah, shit. Okay. Removed from position. Removed from position. So we only have 3 players that we can put on the bench right now. Wow. We need those players back from injury. Hopefully that will happen in the next save. And we'll be able to... we'll be able to bring in some loan players. I'm not overly fussed though, just for this first game, just to get this first game underway. I'm just going to tell him that there's no pressure. We'll see what happens. Oh, I couldn't be bothered to go into the under-21s and start raising people up. We'll do that in more depth tomorrow. I just want to get this game out of the way right now. What was the problem when we were at Walsall? Goals from corners. What's the first goal we conceded at Bradford, at Bolton? Goal from a corner. It's alright. Jay Spearing's picked up a knock. Don't you dare get injured. The amount of physios we've got at this club right now. Keep him on. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And no, over the weekend I'll be streaming FIFA. FIFA Las Vegas. I'm not really too fussed about this first game. Obviously the squad is in disarray. Yeah, I do need to set the set piece takers. And I'll do that after this game. It's frustrating. You would have thought with all of those defenders that are back there, someone would have challenged for that ball. If you look at all of these white shirts in the middle, and not one of them went and challenged for that ball. There's what, 6 players there? 6 defenders, and they all just stood and watched. I'm going to assertively tell them to show me something different in the second half. We'll see what they can do. I wasn't expecting anything from this game, obviously. Why are you telling me to loan Ibe repeatedly whilst I'm in the middle of a game? That could be good. Jay Spearing's in behind. Oh, good save. Good up, Jay. We're not necessarily going to do shit here. This team has got about 8 players in it that would... I mean, is missing about 8 players that would ordinarily be in the first team squad just because they're injured or on international duty. So this game is by no means a reflection of how this squad is going to do this year whatsoever. Well up, Josh. Let's make a substitution. I'm going to put Glenn Matthews on for Stuart Holden. That's what I'm going to do. It's fine. I'm not too fussed about the way this game is going. Obviously, it's a complete rotation side with barely any first teamers in there. So it's not really too much of an issue. Not too much of an issue. Going to calmly say, you're unlucky today. Jay Spearing's going to be out for 2 weeks. Brilliant. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first team players out injured, and 1, 2, 3 that were on international duty. So it was eight players that would ordinarily have been in the first team are either injured or away from the club on international duty. So that result is by no means a reflection of how this club is going to do this season whatsoever. We wanted to have a look at the training, didn't we? Not training, tactics, and do set pieces, which we will do now. Corners. Michael Brooks. He looks decent for a 17-year-old. It's a shame that he can't play out wide, considering he's got such good crossing. But we'll put him on corners. And Max Clayton as well. Free kick-wise, who can take free kicks? George Green can take free kicks. Thank you very much, George. Stuart Holden can as well. Long throws I'm not really too fussed about, and penalties. George Green is the best penalty taker. Apparently my goalkeeper, Max O'Leary, can take pens. 13 for penalty taking. I won't put him in just yet, but maybe we could use him for a shootout. Will Abbott's, Tyler Browning, and that will do for that one. So hopefully we can get some people back from injury sooner rather than later. So we've got Burton next. Can I recall those players back from international duty? I don't suppose I can. International match reports. Playing for the under-19s. Played 16 minutes in the Northern Irish national team. Played 6 minutes for the under-19s of England. Michael Brooks. No instructions, but I want to call them back. If I can I do that? I'm not sure I can, to be honest. Nope. Nope, I cannot. There wasn't really any youngsters that really stood out, were there? Just want players back from injury, really. That would be nice. I might call Peter McMillan back. Because we could, if I can, that is. Can I recall from loan? It doesn't appear that I can. I would like to be able to. Proposed loan extension I can do, but not recalling from loan, which is unfortunate. Because I would like to have him back. Any numbers would be decent. But now we have squad scouting report. Now, what I would like to do is have a look at, because we don't really have too much money, so can we look at players that are loan listed? Transfer status is listed for loan. Quick search. Can I add in? I'm just thinking whether I could add in, but I don't think it'd be able to do that. You know, whether the parent team is looking for a a full percentage of their wages, etc., or not. We'll have a look for position and can play goalkeeper. Okay, there aren't any goalkeepers really. Chris Wheel. But is he really? He's not really capable at this level, is he? Really? I mean, he could be. He could be a nice experienced head to bring in. So I will get a scout report on him. But the others I don't really either recognise or would want to have recommended. Jonathan Dieber. Can't say as I know who that is, unfortunately. We were going to look at Everton, weren't we? Because they were our parent club. Oh, dickhead. Let's just do it this way. Everton. Players, under 21 squad. Joel Robles is injured, which sucks. Who have they got in their senior squad? Stanek and Tim Howard. Now Stanek, I'm going to get a scout report on him. I'm going to get scout reports on as many Everton players as I can that might be potentials. They've got Raul Albiol at Everton right now. That's a decent signing. And David Villa. Wow, is this a 34-year-old David Villa? Check him out. Scored 11 goals in 13 games in the MLS. Check Everton out with him and Villa. Right, let's have a look. Connor Hunt. No. Ethan Leake. Nope. I'm just trying to spot any names that I recognise. You know, Walsh is a name I recognise, I think, but I'm not sure. I might be thinking of a different Walsh. Are there any names on this list that you guys see and recognise? We'll only be able to bring people in on loan at present because, of course, it's we're in the middle of November and not January. It would be nice for some midfielders. George Green we already have, obviously. Donahue, I'll get a scout report on him, but I'm not too sure whether he's going to be able to offer anything that we're particularly looking for. Look at the senior squad. Alessio Cerci. Everton splashing the cash in this particular save. Prato up top, scoring the goals. 10 and 15. Wow, go on, son. Gokhan Torre. They got all the players. Holebas. Jeeps, look at Everton go. There's so many players. Stephen Kinsella is out on loan currently at Brentford. He'd be sick, unfortunately. Can't have him. Sakai. Played twice in the first team. It's on international duty currently. There's not really anyone in this first team we could look to get. So we'll just have a go back to this tab here. There weren't any goalkeepers, so let's have a look at all midfielders. Adam Clayton. We've got plenty of centre mids. I would like some wide players, like perhaps Paul Anderson at Ipswich. Oh, I always do that. Transfer offer. Loan. So on £18,000 a week, and they want 50%. I can't afford 50%, I'm afraid. Suggest terms. Okay, doesn't look like he's coming in. Christian Cuevas could be a decent acquisition. We're just looking for numbers right now. And we may have to wait until Monday to really get stuck into having a look at a few players. So we'll get scout reports for now, and then we can always come back at them on Monday. Roger Espinosa, I'm not really interested in. Macri Saka we could be at Wolves. We'll get a scout report on him. Not that we need one really. Transfer offer, loan. Again, they want 50% of his wages, and I just can't afford it, I'm afraid. I'll make the offer, but they'll only reject it. Keith Tracy. Again, another good player. He's a bit too specific. He's not too specific. He's a good player, but I don't know. I'd like someone that could play a multiple of positions, really. Kazengla Wadawa. Out injured, though. Ryan Flynn. Bryn Morris is a good player. Or grows into a good player. Let's have a look. Breck Shea would be very good. And Stoke might not need any... 45. They only want 45 grand for him. They want 50% of his wages. What is he on a week? See, I'd never be able to afford his wages. I might... What could we do if we adjust the budget all the way over here? Doesn't free me up too much, but we might be able to have a little bit more leeway when it comes to discussing wages. I'll get a scout report on Tracy because I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether... Well, he would add something. We just need to play as Jordan Cook. We know Jordan Cook can do the business. And I liked him at Walsall. So we'll get a loan offer for him. We'll try 50%. They definitely want 100, do they? I'll offer 80 and see what they say. Mark Albrighton could definitely do a job. I'm not sure. Would Rolando Aarons... We'll have a look. Rolando Aarons. He's already on loan, unfortunately, at Portsmouth in League One. Oh, they got promoted, Portsmouth. GG. But Rolando Aarons is already out on loan, unfortunately, so he's not going to be an option for us, sadly. I did really like Jordan Cook, to be honest. Zenny Ismail. Billy Clifford is available on loan. Wow. A couple of my former Walsall players. Michael Crone Daly could be really good. If they don't want much of his wages. They might not. No, not for they want 50% of his wages. Stop it, West Ham. He's on 10 grand a week. Please, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Who else we got? Kevin Hurst is a decent player, but he's getting on a little bit now, unfortunately. David Vaughan, wow. Who else we got? We're getting a bit too far the wrong way now. Callum Harriott. D Rose at Seattle Sounders. Yeah, I will have a look at Ibe. Jordan. I always put Jordan. He's already on. Oh no, he's contracted to West Ham. He's moved to West Ham and he's starting in their first team. So I really don't think he'd be available. Yeah, first team commitments. Unfortunately, Jordan Ibe is a no-go. All attacking midfielders. See again. Did we put an offer from Michael Brighton? So why does everybody want out of nowhere? Before, teams were like, no, we don't need any contribution to wages. Now everyone's like, oh yeah, we need 50%, please. Callum Harriott is just not good enough, I don't think. Jacob Murphy. Could he do the business? Might be a decent addition just for just for sheer numbers. You want those wages paid in full, of course you do. So frustrating. James Baxendale. Zanzala, nope. Okay. Marvin Emnes, hello. Please don't want any wages. They want 20%. I can't afford any of it. Come on. Please. Wellington Silva. Why is he the under 21s? No. They want those wages paid in full. No. I don't have any pennies. Ishmael Miller. Wow, he's 29 now, Ishmael Miller. He's been about a bit. He's been scoring goals, though. Although he didn't score at Portsmouth. Scored loads at Yeovil. Dexter Blackstock. Could maybe score goals for us. He might not need to have his wages paid at all. I want 10%. I want 20%. What? How about... Come on. I'll offer 10. See what they say. Ah, did that. Didn't want to do that. Mikey Drennan. Hey, buddy. Should we go in for Mikey? Cameron Jerome. Just not sure about you. Could have a look at the Amiobis. Shoal. Shoal. Ow. You're Michael Brighton's cousin. Adam Taggart, he's the defender at Southampton, isn't he? Oh no, I'm thinking the target. Who's Adam Taggart? Kuban Krasnodar. I presume he's already... Yeah, I can't even loan him. Unfortunately. Quezzy, available for loan. They're basically shipping out all the players that I had. Clayton Donaldson. He's 32 now. How long is he injured for? Or was it just international? Just international. Stop with the wage demands. Haidara at Newcastle. No. Vale, he could come in handy. Why does everybody want wages covered all of a sudden? Dean Moxey, wow. Actually, he could be decent. Let me guess, 20%. Oh, they want the wages paid in full. I keep doing that. I just can't afford to pay people's wages in full. Have a look at the under-21s at Man United. Does anybody stand out? Joel Pereira. Not willing to allow this player to leave on loan at this current time. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Gary Fowler's banging the goals in. He's got 10. Johnny North's got 13. Joe Walsh. Who is Joe Walsh? Centre back at Brentford is in their first team, and I would never be able to get him in. I have to bear in mind again that I have no money. So, Harry Wilson from Liverpool. Anyone that we do bring in would have to be on a loan where I don't have to pay their wages. Harry Wilson is already out on loan, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would definitely look to bring him in. Already at Rochdale. Under 21's at Chelsea. Charlie Musonda. Could be decent. Please don't want any wages. Not willing to allow this player to leave on loan at this current time. Why is nobody letting me have their players? Chris Maxwell could be decent for a goalkeeper. Although, would they be willing to... Well, they're not playing him, are they, really? I could try. So, first team commitments, but I could get him on... I could transfer him on the 1st of January. I'll get a scout report on him. I'll get a scout report. Obviously, he was at Cambridge for a year in the conference when we got promoted. Izzy Brown. Why won't you loan him? Let's just advance a bit. Might play this Burton game, depending on what time is it. Oh, it's already 11 o'clock. Fuck. I realised it was already 11 o'clock. We want Donovan on loan. Okay. Taylor Palmer. Yeah, out for 3 to 4 weeks. On negotiation over Donaldson. I can't afford it. Just cannot afford it. Blackstock. 10%. Takes the Blackstock would be decent. Murphy, there's just no way. Varela. It's the right back, isn't he? And he did look very good. Crone Daly. I want 50%. I just can't afford it. I want 100% for Dean Moxey. This is just going to be, unfortunately, just going to go backwards and forwards here. Do you mind, Harry? Chris Wheel report. It's better than anything we've currently got. There's no harm in loaning him. There's no harm in loaning him. Limit for 8 players per season. We've currently got 4. They want his wages paid in full. No. Fine. Fuck off. Stanek. Make an offer. First thing commitments. Bollocks. Donahue. Wasn't sure about him. Club cannot currently afford the player, obviously. But he could come in on loan. Would he be okay? Just one to keep an eye on. Cuevas. Sign Cuevas no matter what the price. Okay. Can I loan him? Let me guess. Loan's not... Oh. Oh. That would be sick. Bakary Sacco. Currently cannot afford the player. Interested in joining us on loan, but they'll probably want too much money a week. No wages. JC report. Report. Give you £3,000 for him. Give me him. Oh, Hydero's going to Newcastle then. I mean, Hydero's going to Ipswich then because I can't afford his bloody wages. I can't afford it. Negotiation over Sacco. Also negotiation over Cook. Okay. I know Jordan... That's the thing. We know Jordan Cook can do the job. So I have no problems whatsoever bringing him in. Blackstock accepted. Cook's accepted. Negotiation over Anderson I can't afford. I was going to Ipswich. I've accepted for those. I've accepted for Axwell as well. I'm looking for kids over experience, Bennett, because Bennett AFC, because they're cheap and we don't have any money. That's why I'm looking for kids over experience. Can't afford to pay 100% of his wages. Can't afford to pay 100% of his wages. accept. Jordan Cook's coming in. Dexter Blackstock's coming in. I can't afford. I just can't afford it. Cook joins and Dexter Blackstock joins. Both very good acquisitions as far as I am concerned. You say City's under 21. I presume you mean Manchester City. No, can't afford it. No, can't afford it. No, can't afford it. No, can't afford it. Oh no. He's my goalkeeper. Oh no, Glenn Matthews is my left back. I think Matthew something is my goalkeeper. Or have we got a goalkeeper called Matthews? Oh, Max. Same difference. Lol. We're getting in the internationals back. Well, they're travelling back. Maybe they'll be back and fit for the Burton game. Reject. Is he on the loan list, Matthews? Nope. Swindon town manager confirms Sheffield United interest. Cuevas. Yes, that would be a sick signing if he comes. I'll delay that because I think Chris Maxwell would be better. I'll have a look at the free agents as well in a sec. Smith's gone to Cambridge. We'll do free agents on delayed. Bolton Wanderers do not currently have enough funds to complete the transfer. Why not? Increase to £3,000 to facilitate this transfer. Oh, that's why transfer. Adjust budget. I'll stop the stream after this Burton game. We'll play Burton and then we'll stop the stream. Altrincham for Fitzsimmons, reject. Right, let's play Burton. Play a 4-4-2. Goalkeeper Max O'Leary. Right back. Do I play Hayden White at right back or do I play... Yeah, I'm going to play Hayden White at right back. Then we can play John Joe in the middle. Because Joe Dudgeon is now fit to play centre back. Tim Ream is back as well. Fantastic. Could put Cuevas at left back. Sick. Although he's better at left mid. Decisions. Could put Joe Dudgeon at left back, which is what I am going to do. Thank you. Right side of midfield, Jordan Cook. Centre midfield, Jay Spearing's now injured, unfortunately. So Stuart Holden. Oh, Michael Brooks is back, which is good. I can't decide what to do with him. I'll put John Joe Kelly in there, actually. Left hand side, Cuevas. Up top, Will Abbots isn't quite back fit, but Max Clayton is. And Dexter Blackstock is. Sick ting. That's a decent first team. Much better than it was in the last game, anyway. Now that we've got some players back from loan or from international duty and injury, etc. Alex Perry on the bench. Glenn Matthews on the bench. Josh Vale. Unfortunate. How long are you out for? Imminent. I'll put him on the bench if I can, if it will let me. I'm not sure whether it will let me advance if he's imminently coming back. And Will Abbots as well, if it will let me. Yeah, it will. Good. Auto number. Right, see if we can get a better result this time around, shall we? Okay. Calmly. Need to step our game up. See if this one goes any better, shall we? Still need the two that are injured on the bench to be back to full fitness. Yes, Dexter getting involved in the thick of things immediately, which is good. Ooh, that was nearly a very good ball. Here comes Joe Dudgeon down the left. That's a decent cross into Cuevas, our low knee. There's Jordan Cook. Oh, so close to a debut goal. So close to a debut goal for Jordan Cook. It's a positive start, though. It's a positive start. Get everybody cheering for Burton in the chat. Stuart Holden hits the bar with a free kick. That was close. Positive first half, as long as we can get in at the break at 0-0. Stuart Holden's picked up a knock, typical. Oh, he's quite a knock. Okay, we'll put Josh Filler on, it's not a problem. Calm. Keep. I'm going to assertively say you've been unlucky so far, keep it going. And we will look to... I don't necessarily want to hit crosses early. I just want to play more crosses. So we'll exploit the flanks and whip the crosses. Okay. We'll try that. Yeah, we're Bolton, Pierce, 2015. We are Bolton. Good tackling. I'm just going to stand there. Oh, he's given the ball away. That's a nice threaded through ball. Josh Failer's got support. Oh, goes solo. Should have squared it. Should have squared it. See what we can do from the corner. That is a good corner. It's not dropped to a white shirt though. We have still got it with Jordan. Oh, that was a terrible pass from Josh Vale. I left Walsall because everybody told me to, Ginger Mourinho. Although if I'd listened to what everybody told me this time around, I wouldn't have taken the job at Bolton. Oh, look. John Joe Kenny's taken a knock. So do I put George Green in? Not really too sure I want to. Put Tim Ream in the middle, maybe bring Alex Baptiste on. We'll do that. Put Tim Ream at centre mid. Three minutes added time. Our first point as Bolton manager. I'm going to assertively say you're unlucky. They played well. They did play well. They did play well. 11 messages. Loads of managers getting sacked. Bologna have sacked Paolo Di Canio. Inverness and Leicester City jobs are available. Tim Ream a little jaded. He has just come back from international duty, and Green has returned to full training, which is fantastic. Clear selection. Just need Will Abbott's back now. then I think we will be good to go. Charlton next, but I think actually when it stops chundering away, I am actually going to bring the stream to a close. Spiller's back to full training as well. That's good. Right, yeah. File, save. That's going to bring the stream to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We peaked at over 400 viewers again tonight, which is fantastic for Football Manager, has to be said. So thank you for your continued support. And we're still over 230 viewers at 11:15 as well. So thank you for your continued support. We now have a job, and it's a case of managing the finances and trying to get this Bolton squad further up the league. But that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have FIFA back tomorrow, of course, because it'll be the weekend. So I'll be streaming FIFA 15. Feel free to check any of those links to my YouTube, to my Twitter, to my Instagram, to my Facebook if you want to follow me over there. It didn't quite work that time, so Nightbot, if you could do it for me again, please. There we go. Feel free to follow any of those links, and it will take you to my other social media platforms or to my YouTube channel. We're very close to 50,000 subs now. Jeeps, 500 would be nice. We're close to 50,000 subs, so subscribe over there if you didn't already. But yeah, we'll be back with FIFA tomorrow, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.